The Society of Jesus celebrates today the feast of Mary, mother of the Society of Jesus. St. Ignatius had a very great devotion to our Blessed Mother Mary, and so do all Jesuits after him. When Ignatius would walk the streets of Rome on his way to his office in the 16th century, he would pass by a statue of our Blessed Mother which was on the street. And that statue was named Madonna della Strada, Our Lady of the Way, or Our Lady of the Street. And Ignatius would stop there every single day and seek the invocation of our Blessed Mother, whom he regarded and Jesuits after him regard as the mother of the Society of Jesus. That is why on May 24th, every year, the Society of Jesus celebrates a special feast in honor of our Blessed Mother. It is titled Our Lady of the Way. The Gospel text of today is from the Gospel of John chapter 3 verses 16 to 21 and may seem to be divided into three parts. The first part is the most famous verse of the entire Christian scriptures will be read in John 3:16, and everyone over the world knows this as John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave. The verb which John uses for gave is paradidomi. This verb paradidomi, to give as a gift. And the reason why God gave his Son as a gift is because of God's love for the world. The love for the world had manifested itself in many ways. God had sent blessings. God had sent challenges to draw people back to him. God had sent prophets. God had sent kings. God had sent messengers. And now, only one thing remained for God to do. That God had to send a part of himself when he sent his Son. And so John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world that he sent his only Son. His only Son. There was nothing else that God could send. There was no one else that God could send. He could send now the ultimate, the final, the last word in his Son. And the text continues so that everyone who believes in him will not be lost, but may have eternal life. In other words, the purpose of the sending of the Son is so that everyone will be reconciled to God. And God will be all and in all, and we as the humanity will be within that all and in all. Every single person, irrespective of caste, irrespective of creed, irrespective of religion, irrespective of orientation, is welcome into this family of God which Jesus came to inaugurate. The second part of these verses is the reason is explicated. The explication of the reason for Jesus coming into the world was only one. And that reason was to draw people to himself, not to push anyone away. Jesus welcomed anyone who was open. Jesus himself was open to every single person. Jesus made no distinction between male and female, between free and unfree, between this religion and that. Jesus welcomed everyone who came to him. So in other words, God sent his Son in order that everyone who believes, everyone who responds to this invitation of love, everyone who stands for the truth, who stands for justice, who stands for mercy, is a person who is part of God's kingdom. God's kingdom in Jesus is not an exclusive kingdom. It is not a kingdom of the elite. It is not a kingdom of a few people. It is not a kingdom of this or that community. It is a kingdom which belongs to the whole humanity. And today it is a kingdom which involves even the environment, the cosmos, the universe, the world is given to us by God as a gift. And we accept that gift, and we accept others as our brothers and sisters, and we continue to live lives of harmony and cosmos, not chaos, as God intended. The third part is a poignant part. The third part is a sad part. The third part is a heartbreaking part because it speaks of darkness trying to overcome the light. It speaks of those who will not accept the truth. It speaks of those who prefer dishonesty, who prefer untruth, who prefer darkness, and who prefer not to come into the light because their deeds will be seen. Those who try to overcome the light, those who belong to the dark in the day of Jesus, continue to live in our world today. And these are those who will always oppose the truth, who will always oppose justice, who will always oppose reaching out to the oppressed. They are the oppressors. They are the dishonest. They are those who live in darkness. And they constantly try to overcome the light, but the point is that the light cannot be overcome. It might seem for a few moments that the light has indeed been overcome when untruth prevails over truth, when darkness prevails over the light. It might seem that the light has been overcome, but that overcoming is only temporary. The Lord has shown that even though he was in the tomb for 3 days, even though he died and was buried and it seemed like everything was over, the resurrection was that event through which God in Jesus showed that light will always overcome darkness. And so today, we are asked to choose truth over untruth, to choose light over darkness, and in doing so, to choose life over death. For God so loved the world that he sent, paradidomi, gave as a gift, his only Son. How will you show that you have accepted this gift today?